Hello, welcome to UmamiPlate. Today I'm going to go ahead and we're going to start cooking Thai beef curry. It'll be a red curry. I have a photograph of all of the ingredients that I'll put up later, and but I'll show them each to you so you can see as I'm doing it what I have and how I cut it. Okay, this is just a regular kind of flank type steak. Gosh, I can't remember the name offhand, but you can choose any beef you want or no beef at all. Some people like to put tofu in instead of beef. If you can find it, extra firm is usually the best. Or even fried tofu. They do have it out there in some markets and things like that. Now our pan is hot, so let's go ahead and start getting the beef browned. And as we get that done, we'll be adding the curry in pretty early. One reason I like to add the curry in early is because I like to bring out some of the oils of the actual curry paste. So, and you'll notice, you know, the beef and chicken, you can use chicken too, of course. The beef and the chicken, they'll cook fairly quickly. You know, you want to make sure your pan's nice and hot so you can get that done. This is a quick dish too. I mean, the prep takes a while, but once you get the dish set up, it really goes fairly quickly, and then you just let it simmer for a while. Now here's the curry paste. I usually use about 2 tablespoons. Start with 1 if you're kind of sensitive to really spicy flavors and hot flavors, things like that. And I have an assistant of mine here, and I'm going to ask her to go get me some water, because I like to add a little bit of water to this when I have to help bring out the oils. It cools down the pan too to get things rolling. Here comes the steam. Now you'll see as I start to break up the curry paste here, it's got a strong flavor too, by the way, okay? But as I start to break up the curry paste here, you'll start to see the juices come out. The other nice part about doing it this way is you're going to get a lot more flavor into the beef. The dish is very adjustable, but there are certain ingredients you really can't go without. Obviously the curry paste is one of them. The other is the fish sauce, which I will be putting in here shortly. And really, because this is a type of dish that needs a little sweetness to it, the brown sugar or regular sugar is pretty standard and required as well. So, and I'm sorry about the smoke. As I move on with these videos, I hope to have better equipment from your support, hopefully, to add to this. Now I'm going to go ahead and put in, I got bell peppers ready, so I'm going to go ahead and throw those in. You can also add onions, asparagus, cauliflower. If you add cauliflower though, put it in towards the end. Let it simmer and soften up that way. Then I'll throw in some of my carrots. They were frozen, so they have a little bit of freezer burn on them, but that's okay. One of the things I like to do with this dish is take any leftovers and frozen things that I have, throw them in there. Now I'm going to go ahead and add my paste of the ginger paste, and then my garlic. Chop that up. These are, you know, the ginger is optional, but the garlic, yeah, you have to go with that as well. Get that in there, get that rolling. Anything that sticks to the bottom of the pan, don't worry about. Do want to bring the heat down a little bit as things are starting to get cooked better, like they are now. And we're going to throw in our bamboo shoots. Now that I have those in there, I'm going to go ahead and get ready to put in our coconut oil, coconut milk. That's going to really form the base of our curry. A lot of curries use this. Indian curries have these. Some dishes that they make that aren't curries themselves will use the coconut milk. Butter chicken, I think, is one of them. And, you know, I like it. Now, you can see why bringing out those oils really helps. You can see a little bit of that oil glisten on the top here. It's just lovely. It's amazing. You know, it's one of my favorite dishes to make, and it was one of the most difficult to learn. Now I'm going to go ahead and put in some brown sugar. This is one of those ingredients that you can add or take away. Start little, I always say, and work your way up, so that as you taste it, if you feel like, I want a little bit more sweetness to it, or less, you know, just adjust accordingly. My assistant is a little sensitive to the strong curry smell, so you may hear her coughing every now and then. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and add in my fish sauce. And that was about 1.5 tablespoons. And it's coming up to a boil, so which is where we kind of want it. And you know, the fish sauce, it may smell at first, but it's not gonna ruin the dish at all. In fact, it's pretty crucial to the dish. And trust me, you won't be doomed if you put too much in there. It's pretty forgiving. But start with 1.5 tablespoons or so. And then for some aromatic kind of herbal flavor, I always put this in. This is the Thai basil. I froze it. But when you put it in something like this and I froze it, it doesn't matter. You can actually use this frozen straight out of the freezer and put it in there. But it does add a lot of flavor to it and great smell. It adds so much to that. So we're going in here. We got a small rolling boil going on. I'm not a professional, as you can tell. I don't do this all the time. Oh, hopefully it'll get better at this. But my point is, I want you guys to be able to do the kind of things that I learned to do, and hopefully even do it better than me. I think for people who love this type of cooking, you know, it's going to be very satisfying for you to be able to bring this to your own kitchen. And like I said, I mean, I love this. Soy sauce, by the way, does not go into this dish at all. Doesn't go anywhere near it. Soy sauce is a completely different flavor profile, and you will really lose this dish if any of that gets in there. Some of you may actually know that already. Now I'm going to add a little bit more coconut milk. I like to get a little bit of flavor in there, and then we're going to go ahead and taste it. I got to find out how this is coming along here. You know, it's important once you get to this point here, you know, your meat's cooked, everything's ready to go. You're really kind of fine-tuning the different flavors, what you're going to do, what you're going to have. So we take a little bit off the top just to get the taste of what the curry is going to be like. Sorry, I'm going to pause. Ooh, mommy. Ooh, mommy. Yes, I know. That's the name of my website. I'm a little corny. What can I do? So I'm going to add a little bit more coconut milk because I like the sauce. And sometimes I take any of the extra sauce, and if I cook something else like a salmon, I can actually pour it on top of the salmon, the extra sauce, and it just, it's incredible. And it works wonderfully with salmon. I like the kind of combination of the two. But you're not going to cook them together because the salmon obviously will fall apart. I'm going to add another couple teaspoons of sugar just to add that. Now that was not the brown sugar, that was regular sugar, and you can do that. You can even use all regular table sugar if you want. Now we're mixing in all of this, and believe it or not, we're pretty much there. This is where we want to be. You can thin it out if you like. Add a little bit of water. You know, water people do. They add water to it to thin it out if they want. If you want to keep it thicker, you know, simmer it and then render it down to a little bit of a thicker curry sauce. And again, if I wanted to, I could add cauliflower and things like that. But this is it. You want to serve this along with Thai rice if you can find it. Most supermarkets now actually carry all of these ingredients with the possible exception of the Thai basil. But you can find the coconut milk and the fish sauce and the bamboo shoots, which I put in, and you'll get all of those at your regular local market. Here in Tucson, which is where I'm based in, Safeways and Bashas both have all of these ingredients, but like I said, with the exception of the Thai basil, which I get at a local Asian market. If you find a good Asian market, they usually have a fantastic selection of vegetables at a very reasonable price. And you'll find a lot of the hard-to-come-by items as well. And then lastly, what I'd like to mention is if you do cook with chicken, you can use chicken breast. That's always great. I like to use thigh meat because it's going to give a little more flavor and it's going to be more forgiving and tender. But it's also going to impart a lot more flavor into the sauce itself. And then I'm going to just bring this down and we're essentially done. I'm going to simmer this for about 5 to 10 minutes and we're all pretty much done. Once I get this thing finished up, I'm going to go ahead and plate it up for you and take a picture of it. But I am going to cut the video now since that part is, well, you know, I think everybody knows how to plate up their food. So thank you very much. I hope this plate is very umami for you. And I look forward to giving you a whole lot more content in the future. Thank you.